Hey, it's Brock here from Rock Hill Farms, and today we're picking up a tractor. I've got my friend Isaac here. He's actually got his own YouTube channel.
It's Deluxe.
He does all my detailing and kind of a young entrepreneur, which I think is pretty cool. So the tractor we're going to get runs, but it doesn't drive. So we've got to find another way to get the tractor onto the trailer. I've already had a plan in place for mounting my winch, or having the option to mount my winch onto any of the trailers, but we need to accelerate that and get it done this morning so we can get that picked up before somebody else buys it. All right, so step one, I've got another set of these electrical wires, extension with the quick disconnect. And since it's the same disconnect that I have on the tractor, that makes it easier to swap the winch back and forth. I'll just connect these terminals to the battery. Actually, I'm gonna have Isaac do it, and then we'll roll this up when it's not in use and keep it in the engine bay and have it ready to go. And while he's doing that, I'm gonna start getting the winch mounted. So the plan has been to fabricate a plate for the end of the trailer so I can bolt this on when in use and take it off when not in use. Well, I'm not a fabricator, and this popped up last night, and we wanted to get it done today. So I don't have time to fix it that way today. So I'm just gonna slide this 2x10 in front of the rail here. Now this is kind of sandwiched in between this angled rail and these front rails. And if we are pulling from that direction, it's not gonna be able to pull forward. So I think this is gonna work for just one pull like we're doing today.
Boom, done.
This is a little bit redneck, but that's all right with me. I'm still gonna fix it permanently to this at a later date, but I think this will get the tractor home.
You want me to start it?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Uh-oh.
Real light on the choke, huh?
Very, don't hold it out. Give it a bump.
I think it's sharp. I like it. Yeah, I really like this. I've got a late model tractor and I wanted an old one to play with, and it was either the 8N or I ended up with a Model A Deere.
I like the Model A.
Hey buddy, why don't you go back over there a little bit?
Are we square?
Pretty close, maybe a little bit that way. Yeah, the way you were going. There. There it went.
Can't forget the old, that's not going nowhere.
That's not going anywhere. Well, I'd say now we've probably got the two most collectible tractor models on the property, with the Ford 8N and the John Deere Model A. It should be easy to get parts for either one of them. And this tractor is in excellent shape, other than the one mechanical issue with the transmission or the driveline. This tractor still runs on 6-volt, and previous owner said he didn't see any reason to switch it over to 12-volt because it never had any trouble starting the whole time he had it. He did recommend disconnecting the battery terminals because something was causing the battery to drain down if you don't. But it started up smooth multiple times while we were there, and sounded really good when it was running. The tractor weighs 3,000 pounds as it sits, and it's 27 horsepower with 23 horsepower transferring to the PTO or the drawbar. Hopefully I can show it actually pulling an implement before long. The guy he bought the tractor from was a really cool guy, but he didn't really care to be on camera. He did give me a tour of his property a little bit and showed me his 47 horsepower Coyote hydrostat with the cab. It was a nice tractor. He had some nice newer implements, but he also had the implements that he had used to work his property with this tractor. So I thought about buying a couple of the different things he had there, but I ended up just getting this boom pole. So you're gonna see some videos coming up of me trying to move logs with the 2038 and the boom pole. As far as this tractor, he used it quite a bit to work on his property, and then one day he was driving it and it just stopped. The engine didn't die, it just stopped moving. And something had broke or come apart in his drive system. So he had some suggestions of what it might be and thought it might be an easy fix, but it's one of those things where you never really know until you get into it. So if you have any suggestions of what to check for a tractor that fires and runs, the PTO runs, the 3-point arms raise and lower, everything seems to be in great shape, but it doesn't actually drive. Let me know in the comments what you think we should check first. We've been joking all day that I'm gonna end up buying this tractor from him because he just has a small yard and doesn't really know what he would use it for. He just thought it'd be fun to kind of fix it up and work on it. But whether I end up buying it from him or not, I have committed to helping try to figure out how to get it running. So you will see some more videos on this tractor. And coincidentally, I'm gonna do a brush hogging job with another 8N that belongs to another friend. But anyway, I better stop talking and get this thing unloaded before it gets completely dark on us. I've got everything unstrapped. I've got the ramp set in place. I think the ramp might be leaning this way a little bit, but we found it to be really easy to push this earlier. So I think we're just gonna push it with the wheels and roll it off and guide the steering wheel. And we'll pull the slack out of the winch and push it forward, let a little more slack in, and keep working it that way so it can't go any more than we want it to. The rear tires are just slightly wider than the front, so I'm lining the front tires up more to the inside of the ramps. All right, so it's unloaded. We're gonna roll it by hand into his garage here. And hopefully you'll see this tractor on the channel again in the future. And I appreciate you taking time to watch the video. I'm gonna put links to a couple more of our videos on the screen, and I'll see you next time.